So now we got to the most important part of all those step-by-steps, okay? Because the contact is the most important thing to make your shot successful. If you do everything wrong, okay, if you don't do the setups correctly, but you are able to somehow stretch yourself up and make a nice contact, okay, you'll be able to put the ball back. Okay, if you do everything correctly, but at contact, you don't make a nice contact, you don't create compression, you don't hit it at the right spot, it doesn't matter that you did everything correctly. Your contact is compromised and the ball is going to go somewhere else. So it's very important to understand, okay, kind of putting everything together from the drop, lag, and contact, that you need to be slightly below the ball, okay? And there are different implications for how below the ball you are. What I like to do, okay, and I think that works a lot, and I see professionals doing that a lot, even though you can see some professionals have a lower preparation, some have more close, okay? But what I like to do in the power position is having my non-dominant hand, okay, pointing and trying to read at what height I'm going to hit the ball, and having that hand kind of being, my racket being behind the hand with my sweet spot behind the hand, okay? So like when I'm here and I have a ball at my waist, okay, I'm here, okay? If I have a ball that is higher, I'm here. If I have a ball that is very low, I'm here, bending my knees, okay? So from here, what's going to happen when I drop, I'm going to have my racket slightly lower the ball. Not so much lower, okay? Not too much behind, okay? But that math of like the angle where you go before you hit contact and the angle that you do after at the extension, it sums up, okay? You can even, when you're going aggressive, be just behind the ball at the drop, horizontally, but you have to make up for that at extension, okay? And that's why some people don't understand how players, professional players, can hit at 2 o'clock, at 1 o'clock straight, okay? Because they think, oh, if I hit here, the ball's gonna go down. But since my motion comes from under, okay, or even if I go straight to 2, okay, horizontally to the ball, I'm gonna have a much more diagonally up extension, so much higher up after the contact, okay? And all those things sum up. So the height that I go for the contact, the number there, so the angle that I'm contacting the ball, okay? So how much I'm driving it, okay? Kind of getting inside and slapping it, and how much I'm brushing it, okay? Going from maybe 2 to 1, okay? Those two are gonna sum up, and I cannot have just one, okay? I can maybe just have this lap going. I'm gonna have a very flat shot, but if I brush, I cannot just brush, otherwise the ball is gonna go down. I need a balance between driving and lifting, okay? Which is brushing. I call lifting kind of brushing, and driving is more kind of penetrating the ball.